Hi, I'm John Tardy with Obituary, and we are a heavy metal band from Tampa, Florida. I like to call us heavy metal. You know, I think we get more categorized into death metal, which it's a little bit more fitting. Only probably mostly because of the lyric content, not so much the music per se. To me, it's just all metal. I think what makes my job actually particularly hard is just how extreme the music is. It's a lot of vocals, and it's a lot of extreme vocals. You know, like we're big football fans at home, and you know, if you've ever sat there and watched your team, and when they score and you just start screaming, well, that's kind of what you do through the whole song. So, you know, there's really no technique per se. I do try to use a full range of screaming, if you will, or just, you know, really heavy singing, but just not just a complete inaudible, just growling or something, you know. I try to go along with the music. I try to stay in tune, in pitch, and I try to hang things out, you know, and stay with the music. The content is a little bit more morbid, if you will, or a little, you know, on the angry or gruesome side, but it kind of contrasts us in, you know, in real life. We're pretty normal people and easygoing. I like to have fun with what we do, believe it or not. And when we first started, I was kind of by default because Trevor is our guitar player and Donald's my brother. He's our drummer, and they started jamming. And just because it was at my house and I was just sitting there, I just kind of started singing along with it. And it was kind of one of them things where they were going to kind of always find a singer, but never did. We also, I mean, we were back in high school, so when we first started, it was really, you know, it was really silly, just like most bands start. You know, none of us were trained musicians per se. So the first album we did, which we never really planned on doing, we were just kind of in the garage, we messed around. There was actually a lot of songs that I didn't even have full sets of lyrics to. It's more the sound and the feeling than it is the meaning. But you know, as I get older, it does become a little bit funner for me, or a little bit more challenging for me to try to put something that really kind of makes sense together. We also have so many songs now, so to remember them, it actually does have, it helps to have a full set of lyrics written out, but nothing too serious. You know, we do not take ourselves seriously for sure. You know, I like the style of music because it's fun. It has a lot to it. We're allowed to kind of just run wild with it. You know, we can go as fast as we want, as slow as we want, and everything in between. When you walk out on stage and you got the adrenaline, you got the crowd, it becomes so much easier to do. And translates just, you know, translates great to live. You know, our music really comes across live, I think, better than it does even, you know, on a record or CD, if you will. So cool.
Thank you.
All right.